This is Monocle on Fashion, a brand new show on Monocle Radio. I'm Natalie Theodosi, Monocle's fashion director and your host. Today, we bring you a bonus episode, live from the Fashion Awards, which took place at the Royal Albert Hall in London last night. I was backstage interviewing the winners with our producer Lily Austin, who is here with me in the studio.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi. Welcome to the studio. It's so great to have you here rather than behind the glass this time to talk about our experience from last night.
Yeah, it was incredible. Great experience being there backstage and getting to speak to all the winners right after they come off stage.
Exactly. To set the scene, we were in a broadcasting room backstage at the Royal Albert Hall and got the chance to grab people right after they got their picture taken.
Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of interesting because everyone's in the kind of excited rush, can't quite believe what's just happened frame of mind. So hearing their first thoughts after getting the awards was really special.
Yeah, it was a lot of adrenaline and good energy right after they came off stage, which was exciting to experience.
Yeah, and there was it felt like a very moving awards this year. Like it's been a tough year for the fashion industry. And the thing that came through was everyone really wanting to come together and thank the people that helped them. And there was a lot of acknowledgement of the people who had helped bring people to the point in their career where they're receiving an award, which was really touching.
I agree.
We'll hear a bit about that.
I agree. And I think for London in particular, it has been a tough year for the fashion industry because of the closure of retailers like Matches that were supporting a lot of the British designers. We had seen bankruptcies and people taking a pause, winding their businesses down. So it was great to speak to those designers who, against all odds, somehow they've managed to keep going. Starting with Chopova Lowena, the design duo who is from Bulgaria, based in London, and has won the BFC Foundation Award. They were the first ones to receive the award and to come backstage for their interview. Let's hear from Chopova Lowena.
Honestly, it feels crazy. We really didn't expect this. No. It's really just, we don't even know what to say. It's so I can't believe we're doing this right now.
I think one thing they were saying at the beginning is that they want to celebrate community as part of the event, and you've really done it. There's such a community around your product and what you do. What is it that brings these people together and around your brand, do you think?
I think it's just a really aesthetic, but also at the same time there's something for everybody. There's a lot of different ways that you can wear it, and it kind of is made for everybody. So I think that there's just we use so many references and we love so many things that I think there is kind of that in the clothes.
Yeah, I think you can see so much in the skirts, and I think that we love to find. We like to bring back traditional crafts, and finding special fabrics and giving them new lives is really important and something that we love to do. And I feel like lots of people can see that and appreciate that, and making skirts that will last a long time and you can pass down to other people. And we love our adjustable skirts that you can pass on to your friends or your mom or your daughter, and just making clothes that
are emotional.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's been a challenging year. I'd love to kind of understand it. How do you feel supported as young designers trying to build a business in London?
Yes, now more than ever.
Yeah, it's really hard when you start out, and we've been doing this for 7 years now, and having the support of the BFC and having the support of the Vogue Fund is life-changing for a small brand like us. It means that we can continue, it means we can grow and do the things that we have a million ideas, and to be able to do a few of them is just makes us so happy.
And just to end, what's next? What's on the agenda for 2025?
So many things, so many new things. Perfume, yeah.
Look, we got a scoop.
A month and a half. And candles, all made in Bulgaria, in the Rose Valley.
That was supported by the Vogue Fund.
Supported by the Vogue Fund that we won earlier this year. So that is the most exciting thing.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's a new avenue for us. So
Super exciting. Congratulations again. Thank you. And then there was Priya Aluwalia, one of the most beloved designers in the menswear scene, who came into the room bursting with energy and creativity. But apart from that, I think she's such an incredible example of a London-based designer that has managed to figure it out, running a successful business with the right amount of creativity, but also commercial product. She makes a lot of clever collaborations as well that keep her business going. So a very well-deserved award all in all.
I'm really overwhelmed. I feel really proud. I feel proud of my team, and I can't wait to sort of see them all actually and talk to them about it, because without them I couldn't do it. I feel really happy to be here and excited. So yeah.
And you're not anymore an up-and-comer like last time we spoke, I think. Yeah. So what has the last few years been like? How has the brand evolved?
Busy, and it's all about professionalism and thinking about operating like a business and not like a studio in a way. I've met more people on the journey and on the way, and yeah, it's just been amazing.
And you've done an amazing job kind of balancing creativity and business and doing a lot of interesting collaborations as well. Do you find that it is harder or more rare in London to achieve that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that London really, really supports creativity, which is so beautiful. And I think other cities have different things. I think, New York is more commercial, for example. I'm glad I'm from here. I'm glad I came up in this city. I'm glad I started my brand in this city. I think it's been a really supportive place. And like tonight even shows it. Like all of the beautiful people in the room. I'm happy to be here.
And shortly after Priya, Marco Capaldo won the New Establishment Women's Wear Award for 16 Arlington. That was so nice to have him come and speak to us, because he knew you, right? He was like, so his face lit up when he saw you in the room.
Yeah, we've known each other since his very first collection, I think right after they graduated, and he started 16 Arlington with his late partner, Kika. So it's incredible to watch how quickly the brand has evolved, and now it is part of the establishment, and it's a brand that's so loved, and it has grown from evening wear into all sorts of categories, and he recently launched menswear as well.
His speech was also a really touching one, because he paid tribute to his late partner in the speech, and that was really moving. And kind of I felt like he was still in that frame of mind when he came and spoke to us, because he was being so sweet. His final note about wanting there to be kindness in the industry, I thought was really touching. So let's listen to that now.
Just to start, what the recognition means to you. You've been evolving and growing the brand so much, and it's so well deserved. So tell me, getting it in front of everyone.
It's really incredible. I think, it's such an honour to be a British brand, and showing in London, and the BFC have been an incredible support, and the recognition is wonderful. And to be nominated alongside such incredible talents is a real honour and a real privilege.
And even though it has been a challenging landscape, right? You've grown the brand, there's new categories, a whole new audience, I feel. What has the last year been like?
I think for me it's been important to always stay authentic. I think people on the other side can read authenticity, and as long as you have something authentic to offer, there's always going to be an audience interested. So that's been the most important thing for me.
And when you look ahead, what's kind of on the horizon for the next year, and even a little bit further, will be your broader vision for the brand?
I think it's continuing on a growth pace that feels right, not abiding to anything because you feel like you have to do it, and just following your heart and your gut.
And we're also talking about broader changes in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to sort of wish of the changes that you want to see in the broader ecosystem that we work in, what would be your kind of wish?
Kindness that filters from the top.
And we kept having very touching, emotional conversations. After speaking with Marco, Sofia Neofitu Apostolou from 10 magazine came in the room. She won the Special Recognition Award for her work at 10 magazine, which she founded over 20 years ago.
And which you interviewed quite recently for The Stack, right?
Exactly. We have a whole conversation with her. But when she came into the broadcasting room yesterday evening, what I just wanted to ask her about was her incredible, infectious energy. I mean, she was dancing, she was hugging everyone. She's Greek Cypriot like me, so she was promising us that she was going to start smashing plates to celebrate at the end of the night. And she told us about her experience during COVID and how now she's really grateful about everything, living the moment and making the most of every day in her business, in her life. And it's such a beautiful message.
Where do I find the energy? You know what? I said to someone, they said to me, are you nervous? And I said, no, I'm excited. I survived something during COVID. This is a bit bleak, but I'm going to go there with it. Where I was in a coma. I think I told you I was in a coma for like 3 months. I woke up, I couldn't walk, I couldn't speak. So much of your world comes crashing down in a moment. And I feel like I'm the lucky one, because 7 out of 10 people died in those comas. So am I afraid to stand on a stage and say thank you to the people I love? No, I'm fucking thrilled about it. Sorry, bleep. You have to bleep that bit out. But I'm thrilled about saying thank you to them, because without them, how would I have my dream? You know, like, it's all of us meshing together, making it work and making it a reality. So I was just super happy to have a chance finally to tell 3,000 people in a room how brilliant my team are.
I think it's important that you represent journalism and magazines and media, because of course we're giving awards to a lot of incredible designers, but it is important to recognize.
Yeah, we give a little. My thing has always been for 10 to shine a spotlight on people that cannot afford to advertise, cannot afford to give you, don't have the platform to show themselves to the world. And I know that our magazine will go into the hands of every CEO, so people will see those young designers inside the pages, and hopefully along the way they'll get the support they need financially, by mentors. So that's the aim of the game, to have a platform to shine a light. That's what it is.
And it seems like emotion was definitely the theme of the night, because then we spoke with Simone Rocha, who won the award for British Women's Wear Designer of the Year. And she talked about how emotion and storytelling are such an important part of her design process and her designs.
Yeah, I think every conversation I've had with a designer I admire recently, they speak about the value of emotion in design and in the clothes that they create. And I think it's almost the antidote to fast fashion and the relentless pace of the industry that everyone has had to grapple with the past few years. And especially in London, I think people are slowing it down a little bit and really focusing on their niche and on emotion, Simone Rocha in particular. So let's hear what she had to say after the amazing year that she had designing for Jean-Paul Gaultier, writing a book.
It's been a crazy year. It feels crazy that it has all been within this year, especially because I started working on Gaultier last year with the Atelier, but then showing this year, doing the book, doing my 2 collections as well. So it's been it's been a trip.
Was it enjoyable though to really try different things, different mediums, especially something like couture, which felt like it was such a natural for you?
Yeah, for sure. And like, that's the thing about design. You have to push and pull yourself all the time, and to be able to do it at that level is really a luxury.
And another thing that stands out about your brand is that you really have a tribe of women, and I think it's growing and growing. How do you manage to kind of bring them together and nurture that community over the years?
Like I was saying, my clothes are kind of fueled by emotion and like telling stories. And then for me, it's if those stories pull on memories or can like dictate how someone feels without having to say it by wearing something. I think that's what, brings a community together.
It's interesting. Marco from 16 Arlington, who does something very different, also spoke about emotional clothes. And I wonder if it's something about London, about British creativity, maybe even the way that you're trained at St. Martin's that lets you lead by emotion.
Yeah, I was trained in CSM, but I'm Irish, so we're kind of natural storytellers. But I think also today, I think you can be proud of your emotions, and it's okay for them to infiltrate your work. And it's the antithesis to what maybe fashion people think it should be, but it actually fuels a lot of what we do.
Storytelling now more than ever is very important, right? To touch people and to pass on important messages.
100%, It's kind of our job, to reflect the times and tell stories, so I feel lucky to do it.
And if we just look ahead at the new year, everyone says they really need a holiday before they start thinking about 2025. But do you have sort of a wish or something you want to see in the industry?
I feel like everyone has to work so hard, and I just hope that it's reciprocated and appreciated, actually, because it's a lot of hard work from everybody on all levels and all areas. And I hope that, the future has a bit more understanding and acceptance of it.
For the students who are here tonight, do you have an optimistic message that it's still possible to start a brand from scratch and get to somewhere like you have?
100%. That's the power of fashion. People are always going to need clothes. People are always going to need to tell stories. So if you have a story to tell, the opportunity is there for you.
And finally, we had an interview with the incredible photographer Tyler Mitchell, who won the Isabella Blow Award for Fashion Creator.
He's so young and he has done an incredible amount of work. He worked with amazing designers. He's shot covers of the biggest fashion magazines. And I think it's only the beginning for him. And I loved what he had to say about the importance of storytelling in photography. First of all, we have to say congratulations for your award.
Thank you.
What does it feel like?
Yeah, it's lovely. I was just joking that Rihanna saw me give a speech, so that's nice. No, it's nice. I mean, the Royal Albert Hall is surreal. I said in my speech that I'm from all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from a family that's not necessarily directly artistic or in fashion, so I'm a bit of a UFO in that way, and I'm just really happy to be here. It's nice to be acknowledged as a photographer and as an artist.
And you said that this is a city where you met a lot of your collaborators, a lot of designers that you worked with that commissioned some of your first works. Yes. What is it about London you think that brings people together like that?
It's a creative breeding ground. It's a wellspring of creative thinkers, of free thinkers. I think it has that culture built into it from very early, and that's continuing on now. And when I came here for the first time, I realized people here deeply understand craft and have a reverence for craft, have a reverence for fashion in a way I've never seen before. And so that's what inspired me, and I think that's what keeps this city so special.
And you're so young, but you've already done so much. And has your work already evolved, or your overall perspective, approach to photography and image making?
It's always evolving. Always evolving. My approach is always changing, always shifting, always growing.
Anything that you haven't done so far that you want to do more of in the new year?
Yeah, well,
you mentioned a Rihanna cover.
Absolutely, a Rihanna cover. But I also, and there's of course, photography has become this wonderful thing where I can connect with people who I look up to. I can depict and photograph people who are my friends. The wonderful, supermodels who presented me my award, Anak and Mona. It forms friendships, it forms families. That's what photography does. So the more I can do that, the better my life will be. But also, I have a dream to make a movie one day, so let's see how that goes. Yeah.
And it's a time where storytelling and images like yours can really kind of change the conversation, right?
Absolutely, it is. Storytelling, genuine storytelling, less fluff and less stuff is what we all need.
So that was Tyler Mitchell. I think the peak of all those incredible interviews. He was definitely my favorite.
I think so as well. So eloquent and so ambitious. It was great to see him recognized for his work. There were some other big awards handed out yesterday night. What were the highlights for you, Lily?
Well, of course, it was amazing seeing Tom Ford being honoured on stage, him in his classic sunglasses, and Jonathan Anderson being awarded for Loewe and J.W. Anderson. I feel like that's so well deserved. He's done such incredible work in recent years.
He was up against some big names, from Yucha Prada to Peter Mulier from Alaya. But I think he's so consistent. What he has managed to do with Loewe is incredible. And he's also the person that has kept London going during a difficult time. He's a mainstay and blossomed into a really big name. So a very well-deserved award, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens next year and where he goes next. There's some talk of him moving on to a bigger LVMH house.
Yeah, it's exciting. We'll have to see what happens.
And there was also Nan Goldin, who was given an award for her We Will Always Have London campaign that she did with Gucci. The creative director, Sabato De Sarno, was there watching her with such awe and love. That, again, a very touching, heartwarming moment. And I also loved that she has a voice and she is very bold to talk her opinions and about what's happening in the world at the moment. A really fun evening overall. Congratulations to all the winners, and a big thank you to the British Fashion Council for having us. And that's all for today's show. We'll be back on Friday with another big interview. Today's episode was produced by Lily Austin, who is here in the studio with me. I'm Natalie Theodosi. Thank you so much for listening.